for reals now.
All
We're
right.
live.
Welcome to 2014, guys.
Yep.
Yay.
Welcome everyone to session 15, I think.
Six.
I
15.
think.
I think
15,
we're at
yeah.
16.
Hey,
but
we're at 15.
I don't know.
I think I might have
Okay.
misspoke last time, so I think this is session 15 of an adventure for beginners. Last we met, we had to deal with a few technical difficulties and GM lack of planning. So hopefully tonight's session is a little better.
Mm-hmm. We have
So-
all webcams working this time.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
webcams working. I have internet that's not
I'm not in
from
the middle of the
Stone
woods.
Age. Allison's not in the middle of the woods. It should go a little smoother, hopefully.
And we have some stuff below the video for viewers to check
Go to
out.
catch up.
We have a
Still work in progress, but you know,
yes.
it's getting there.
We have an adventure. We have an adventure log, which is like details from different journals from what's
Mhm.
happened. If you want to get caught up. And our
Yep.
DM put together an imager album of stuff we've seen and stuff we haven't seen yet, but that's private for now, I guess.
Yeah, I'll add items and people and whatnot in there as we go along. So just a little something for anyone who's interested in watching and maybe seeing what some of the images that the players see as we play. But yeah, so last we left off, the party was resting up from their encounter with a cleric of unknown origin named Venric, whose undead, what was it, skeletal unicorn, kind of
Yes.
kicked the crap
Yeah.
out of them.
Kick
And
the crap out of me. Let's be
kicked the
honest.
crap out of Orin, nearly killed him. And yeah, they came back for some R&R in the last 2 days of the big 4-day festival celebrating battle, which name I've forgotten, but it was basically the turning point in the Platinus Taurus War, and they celebrated each year with the festival, and this year was the 10th year. And as we ended the last session, Caben, our illustrious archer, had actually won the archery contest. And we, we cut off just as he had won. So, guys, take it away.
All right, go, Kevin, go.
If
Alright.
I remember right,
Put my hands up since I won.
Put him on my shoulders and lift him into the air.
You can't do that, you're not by him.
I'll put my hands up in celebration, and I'll walk over to the other finalist and
Okay.
shake his hand.
Cool, yeah, he was hanging out on the side. He's scooted up by you, and you've seen him, but you see again, because I probably didn't describe him the first time, that he is also an elf, and he looks, he's kind of smiling and waving to the crowd, but you can tell he's kind of pissed.
Hmm.
He definitely wanted to win as well.
Well, I give him an elf nod anyways.
Alright.
That was
He
hilarious.
returns
Yeah.
your elf nod. At that point, the king actually speaks up and motions for the crowd to settle the hell down. And he eventually starts speaking and says, "Finalists, come forward to me."
How old is the king? What does he look like?
He looks young.
Oh.
You guys would know, actually, and a reminder, because I'm sure that the characters knew, but the players might have forgotten. But you've heard that King Henry was 15 or 16 when his father died suddenly, making him the king. And yeah, about a year later after that, Taurus had invaded. So being 10 years ago, he's 26, I believe. 27,
Whoa.
something like that.
Wow.
Pretty
Okay.
young.
Does he have a, whatever it's called, like a title, like King Henry? Do the people, would we have
King
heard
Henry.
of some...
King Henry the Bold, you've
The
heard it
Bold?
many times. Someone's been skipping their note-taking.
But
yeah, so he-
I actually just don't want to, have to read through my notes.
No, that's fine.
Kind of
Doesn't want to have to
like
do extra
That
work.
knowledge, that
Kind of
knowledge
like me in
ability is
school.
paying off. Knowledge ability is paying off.
Nice. So yeah, he beckons you and the semi-finalist forward, Caben. I assume you go
Yes,
up there.
I will walk over to wherever I'm supposed to go.
Parker
I-
right there. The guards kind of direct you where to go up.
Okay, good.
So King Henry stands up and says, In second place, we once again have Sir Meritus from CN. There's, clapping and cheering as I'm sure there are a few CN folk in the crowd. And the king leans down and hands him a sack of gold. 250 gold for our second place runner-up. And then the king kind of beckons you forward. Leans down and says, "What's your name, sir?"
My name's Caben.
Caben of...
shoot. Hold on.
Urban
Damn,
Legend.
where am I
Eloreth.
from?
Eloreth.
Eloreth. There you go. And in first place, a new challenger, Sir Caben of Eloreth. And there's some cheering and whatnot, and the king looks down at you and says, "For first place prize, you get 500 gold and these enchanted arrows." And he holds out and hands you a...
Varian says that. Say, what now?
He hands you
chill.
down a sack of gold that's quite heavy and a small quiver of 15 arrows. And he leans down to shake your hand.
I give it a good shake.
Okay, and he leans closer and says, "Lord Redwin says you're traveling with undercover royalty. Is that true?"
Wait, who says this? The
Lord
king?
The king says that to you.
The king?
Yes.
Oh, Varian had so much
jeez.
fun with that. Holy shit.
I guess
you go.
I say not quite exactly undercover, but we have a prince in our party.
Excellent. You and him, if he would be so kind, meet the guards by the north gate.
Okay, he's not here right
And they
now,
will
but I'll win.
Okay, the two of you will join me for dinner tonight.
Oh, okay.
And
I
he
like the
leans
idea
back up
that
and
he's whispering and Caven's just shouting in his face.
I'm not
like, okay, will do.
I kind of point. He's right over there.
I assumed you were using a little more tact than
Yes,
that.
yes.
Excellent. Says our new champion and raises your hand. Once again the crowd goes wild,
Beautiful.
which prevents me from having to do all the crowd cheering as well. Awesome.
Okay, I'll do a little nod. And,
Long live Canaan.
What kind of nod? An elf nod?
well, since,
Different kind of nod?
since there are humans, there are more humans probably than elves, I'll do a regular nod.
A regular nod? Okay, it's not very effective. Cool. So the guards kind of start ushering you, back away from the king as he hands out the prizes. And what do you guys do?
I guess we just go away from you.
I assume Caben, you head back to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk back to the group.
Cool.
I clap him on the back. I push aside my jealousy because I'm happy for Caven.
Yeah, give him a good pat on the back and say, "Nice job."
Thanks.
I'll
I
give him
shouldn't
an
have.
elf nod and congratulate him for
I will
winning.
return the elf nod.
Damn.
All these elf nods going around. Okay.
So, I don't know, I guess I'll say, well, I won.
Guess drinks on you tonight.
Sure.
You
sure.
won, so you pay for our
Drinks are on me
okay.
tonight.
Yeah, that a boy. Come on, this crowd's making me a little itchy. We should go before I start to perform or something.
Nephany and them are still around, right?
Yeah, they're all Nephany and Matt and Arthur and everyone goes up and congratulates you, Caben. Well done.
No, I'd invite them for drinks tonight as well.
on his coin.
Yeah, right?
Well, let's face it, it's probably the last time we're all going to see each
Yeah.
other.
Look,
so-
you won money. You can pay for
Oren,
it.
I agree. That's a great idea. Did you guys hear that Caven's paying? You just won a big, handsome sum of money. So come on down.
I nod and beckon them to come, I guess.
Okay. Cool. So you guys all head back to the tavern then?
What time is it right now?
It was later afternoon since you had the main archery tournament and then the finals between you and the other semifinalist whose name
Oh.
I've completely forgotten.
Okay, that's right.
Guy.
Yes, Guy, Sir
Guy.
Emeritus of CN, I think is what
Oh,
I want.
Emeritus.
Sir
Yeah.
Emeritus.
You don't remember him.
America.
Technically not meritorious enough. He got second place.
No.
Bam.
But yeah, so you guys head back to the bar then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, sounds great.
nothing's really doing except Gaben's winning, so I follow the gold. I follow the scent of gold.
Along the way, I
In
guess
companionship.
I'm gonna like drop my voice a little bit and fill Aaron in and what the king asked.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
that
that's
the rest of us can
interesting.
hear it, or
Yeah, are you keeping this
Uh,
from us?
I mean, I'm not like, hey, I just want to talk to Aaron as private, but I'm kind of like talking to Aaron a little bit lower, so not everyone, because I know we have other people there, like
Yeah,
Matt and
you-
Arthur.
Yep, and Tarius and Nephany.
I mean, I'm not trying to keep it a secret,
Rabastin.
but I'm not like broadcasting it, I guess.
Orin and I are best
So-
buds now, so
Oh,
I
I-
overhear everything.
Okay, you
no,
can-
no, I don't.
I guess
I'll say that
I tell Orin and I phrase it in more of a question. Is this something you want to do? I don't know if you're trying to be super incognito here, but you're royalty,
Well-
he's royalty, I won the archery contest.
now kiss.
Well, if he's wanting the both of us, I could see him. Maybe he might be wanting our help. This might be just be our, and like non-suspicious way of getting us there by inviting us to dinner.
Yep. it
Perhaps we
could
should go
be.
see him. No sound.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
our
our
DM.
DM just dropped.
Oh
What do we
no!
do? Okay,
Josh is
wait.
DM
God.
again.
No, I got
Nope,
it.
he's back.
We're gonna run. We're stealing all the.
We
food
win
and
the
gold.
game.
We won, Travis. Oh, you're back. You're also
I'm
muted.
back. Damn.
You're
Oh,
muted.
so you murdered all the guards and now you're on the run from
Yes,
the...
Yeah.
exactly.
We have
Tougher
all the
guards?
royal jewels. Actually.
Oh, okay. In that case, the royal guards are chasing you. They're all level 10 fighters, and you guys get butchered and killed. So let's roll 4d6k3
Yeah.
6 times for each.
Right.
All right,
Alright,
stop
cool.
hating us, gosh.
So you are heading back to the bar, I assume?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
that was me trolling. So I say we should probably hear him out. What time did he want us to come?
He said for dinner. He didn't give me exact time, or he said later evening.
I guess it should be enough time to have like one or two drinks and go see him.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if it was anyone else, I would just bring the rest of the party, but I don't think showing up with uninvited guests on King's doorstep would be a wise decision.
No.
Guests? Did I catch something? What's going on, guys? We're gonna have more guests for drinks. I
Have you
joined the
actually
two of
ever
them.
had this?
I joined the two of them
I defer to Orin.
I'd say,
because I'm totally down with meeting new friends in the group.
don't know.
Especially
This
if they're
is
women.
going to be possible friend. We were asked by name to come.
To where?
Well,
Wait.
not quite by
Uh,
name. He doesn't really know.
Doesn't
You
know
are.
who are you talking about?
Is it
I'll
just that-
explain more when we get back to our rooms, friend. I'd rather not say out here.
We'll let
Okay.
you know during. It's nothing too secret.
All right, fair enough.
Poker face.
Poker face. Thank you.
Okay.
Pity laugh.
Poker
There we
face.
go.
So you guys eventually get back,
Oh no, I ask them every 5 minutes.
Nice.
Uh,
So
I
you
tell 'em,
continue
just
asking.
No, I don't bug them that much. We get back.
Okay. You get back to the bar.
We get back to our inn, which is called some sort of game.
the roasted quail.
Roasting
roasted
quail.
game
Roasted
bird.
quail.
Emerith, you want to grab a
Yeah.
drink maybe in a separate table?
Oh, I was like, what just happened to your voice?
Fast talker, you're hurting my
Someone
head.
hit
Get
me
out of
for-
here.
I'll agree to that. That's
Okay.
fine.
Oh,
Excellent.
No,
I'll
no,
grab
no.
a
That's
drink. Meet you over there maybe?
Sure, sounds
Points out
good,
a
I
table in
guess.
the corner.
Alright.
Cool.
I'm gonna leave enough gold on the thing to buy the first round, and I'm gonna motion the party upstairs.
Well, I grab the gold
That's
and
like-
say,
that's
let's
like-
not leave the gold yet. Let's leave it with someone.
I meant. Oh, I was
Arn
talking
just
about
leaves
for the
all
bartender.
food out on the table.
Pay
Just
the
like,
drinks.
yeah.
I guess so.
No,
We
I
tell our
And I earned
guests
60 gold.
we tell our guests like we gotta get out of our sweaty archery clothes and we'll be back shortly.
I slap my head in how silly we all look. Like being like a pile of gold. Buy yourselves whatever you want. We're just gonna go this way.
I was like gonna put a gold coin down just to buy the drinks.
I know. Let's leave it with someone when we actually leave.
I'd leave it with Matt. He's the most trustworthy.
Okay, you flip
Alright.
Matt a gold and say, hey, you guys get this party started without us. We've got to talk about something. To which, I guess Arthur would reply, because Matt's mute. Oh, no problem. We'll catch up with your elven friend. Hear about your little adventure with them.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
Durian,
They're good people.
yeah, as this is happening, Durian senses how socially awkward this is, and sort of does some like, well, no, he has a good sense of social graces, so he does some clapping on the back, exchanges some jokes, sort of like eases the way for us sort of slipping away.
Yeah,
Good call.
it wasn't as socially awkward as you all made it to be. But yes, you guys successfully separate yourselves from the group.
So as we go to our room, which is I'm assuming mine and Caven's,
Sure.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna actually start disarming myself by putting my bow and weapons down.
Okay, Orin stripping naked. What does everyone
No,
else do?
not naked.
This is
I'm just
bone.
taking off my weapons
Okay.
because I definitely know that's gonna be a no-no for this.
Any fighter feels naked without his weapons. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
How much? Wait. So how much gold did I get? 500.
500.
Yeah,
500
damn.
gold.
500 gold.
And what are in layman's terms? What are these arrows?
They're enchanted arrows.
That's all I know?
Did not. Well, you didn't ask
I
any
didn't
questions.
ask. That's true.
Nope.
You can always ask my friend.
I was thrown off by the Prince Incognito, I guess. But okay. I guess we'll fill in Amrith and Durian on the request of company.
Yeah, so I asked what's going on.
I'm also curious what's happening.
I say, well, while I was up there getting handed my award for winning, the king asked if myself and our local prince, or traveling prince with us, would join him for dinner tonight.
Ah, our friend Arn.
Well, you made sure to tell the king I'd be happy to.
Are you a prince too?
Perhaps. No.
Be careful, friend. Be careful with that.
Be careful.
That way I
guys.
think
For all
you
you
can
know,
get in
he
trouble.
is.
For all
I'm
Prince
just saying.
Arn.
your perception is not your
what I
bright suit.
constantly get told.
Well,
I'm just telling him what I
You know,
constantly
he
get
didn't.
told,
He didn't actually
he's
know
friend.
who the prince was, Orin. So if you don't want to come, I could take Durian with me.
Oh my god, take me.
I'll come because I can pretty much guess Lord Redwin is going to be there. He was the only one who knew, so
Lord, who? What?
Who?
he was
Well, we
Lord
actually,
Redwin.
Oh,
we haven't
He
seen
was
the
there at the
disguise-
festival as well.
No.
so
You mean the presiding judge on the trial?
Yes, he was there. Nice story.
Oh.
so I think
interesting.
it'd be good if we went just to show face. I don't know, maybe.
Well, as your
Get some
lawyer,
kingly stuff.
perhaps you can. Guys, listen. I'll stop the BS. I would really love to go dine with a king. I would really like that. Can you just bring me, please?
I would if I could, but it's not up to us. A
Look,
king and
This is
people.
this
We
is
can't identify
this is.
people
I'm
on top of that.
bearing my half elven soul here. Just take me with you.
It's not our choice, friend. It's up to the king. And he only asked for the two of us.
He doesn't know about the rest of us because he's a blind nobleman. Sorry.
Durian, I was
Well-
too intimidated to ask for anyone else. It threw me off completely. I'm sorry.
It's
Well, do you
okay.
think
I'll bring you
he
back
might
like
have
a
just
king
kinda
sweet roll or
showed
something.
up? It's not the same.
He'll bring you back a royal sticky bun.
Great.
I'll steal my own sweet
I'm
rolls.
more
Thank you
intrigued.
very much.
The fact that he's called for us, he might have something for us to do.
Well, which is why I think all of us should be there to. So the thinking brain of this operation can analyze what's going on. No,
But-
Who exactly is the thinking brain of this operation?
Look, we have a bunch of guests
I look
downstairs,
over
and we
and
can't all
Amaranth is
leave
like
them.
drooling slightly. I mean, that's 7 intelligence.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll talk with the king. You can make sure I not get in trouble.
I choked on my beer.
That's the worst. That's
Actually, Kaven's the oldest out of us. Isn't he?
I am the
Oh,
oldest.
God.
Not by
Yes.
much,
Yeah,
but
it's
I am the oldest.
Kaven, keep an eye on me. He'll make sure I won't get into trouble, Daddy.
He's like your mommy.
I'm not worried about you, Oren. You clearly have managed to make it this far in life, so. But
I'll
I
take
just,
that as a
if something
compliment.
involves the party, I'd like to hear about it. Last time you went in, guns slinging. I don't know what a gun is, but you were slinging them.
Arrow
Sword
slinging.
swinging.
with this high priest when it would have been better, I think, to have waited. And
Look, if
maybe
if
that
anything
should
that we
wait
need
there.
to address the party
Maybe
comes
wait
up,
2 hours.
I think we will come back and inform the party before making any decisions. But
So
we
you
also
mean-
have guests
Yeah, we
downstairs
won't agree
that
to
we.
anything.
that's true. Well,
That-
you guys got to at least hang out for a bit for form's sake. But
Right.
you mean I'm stuck here all by myself while Miss Holy over here is getting even holier with Rabastin? And
Excuse me.
Durian,
sorry, I mean it lovingly, but
I'll give you 10 gold for whatever you want to do tonight, if you entertain people.
all right, sounds good.
All right.
Come on, you know the way to my heart, Caven.
Something shiny.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, well, enjoy yourselves with the king. We'll drink our swill down here, and
Yep.
keep us posted. Don't commit us to anything too, if that's what's gonna happen.
We will. And drinks are still on me, so whatever you want, go ahead and get it.
All right.
Well,
Fair enough.
I like free drinks, so I guess I'll stick around.
I as we walk down, I say to Amaranth, I was only kidding, just to get us sort of in with those guys,
Okay, whatever you say. And she'll kind of roll her eyes.
But you
Awesome.
didn't-
Ouch.
So, you guys head back down. Durian, I assume, goes to the table with everyone. Amareth over with Rabastin.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I start flirting with Nethany a little bit.
Oh, shoot.
Ooh, in front of Therese?
Yeah.
Right, they're like brother and sister, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't think so.
Wait,
It's-
I could have
it's
sworn
mild.
I told him they were an idol, right?
No,
Awkward.
I think you told us.
Yeah, I told you guys that they were basically a couple now.
Durian disregards this and does it anyways, I'm
Did
sure.
you tell me that? If you told me that,
Yeah.
then it's really just mild flirting, not
Okay.
serious flirting.
Okay, he did tell you, so it is mild flirting then.
Okay.
And that's kind of how your character communicates anyway. So they're used to this by now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sir DM.
Yes, and you guys actually do meet up with Arthur and Matt's wife as well.
Oh, while we were still in the room, I wanted to dump off any extra gear I had and make myself look semi-presentable.
Yes.
Like, as much as I
Okay.
can as a
Oh yeah, I would have probably gone back and put my
8 charisma
cool
ranger,
investments
but
Okay.
oh yeah investments.
As the like 17. Wait, no, did I up that stat? I forget. No,
you're
as
still
it-
at 17.
Yeah, as the 17 charisma bard, I look great in rags. All right, guys. Just saying.
You do. You do.
Yeah, you pull off a nice Aragon there. You got good in anything.
Cool. So you guys, get freshened up, and Josh and Caben put on their best clothes, which is
Josh, who's
clothes.
Josh?
Sorry, Oren and Caben put on their best
Just
clothing,
Oren. Yeah.
which is basically what they're wearing now. Or Oren, you bought some other clothes, so you put
Kaven
on
just like
something
kind
that
of wipes
looks a
the
little
dirt
nicer.
off.
yeah, pick the twigs out of my hair.
Maybe brushes.
I'd actually brush my hair so it's actually respectable of a prince.
You don't have a hairbrush.
Climate. Yeah.
All right, you
fingers.
yeah. Minutia, you find a comb and make yourself look as presentable as possible. Cool. So, what do you guys do then?
Well, I suppose I'm having drinks with Sebastian, so
Okay.
Because
I guess I'd.
talk with the people. I tell Matt, good job.
The ever so
think
social
that's why.
Caven chooses to talk to Matt.
Well,
Matt
there's
nods.
more than just Matt there.
I mean, I socialize and do my usual whatever those antics are, but I'm interested to hear about this dinner, or have them roleplay this dinner. So
Okay, cool.
So I guess after 2 drinks we go to the castle.
All right,
sound good?
cool. You have a little liquid courage and you head out.
I leave. I give 10 gold to Durian, and I leave. I don't know what X amount for drinks for everyone with Matt.
Okay, so you leave a gold or 2 with Matt, which is easily
and
enough to buy
gold to
them.
me.
And 10
Not
gold
bad.
with Durian.
Which is easily, yeah,
Durian Mr. Moneybags here.
easily
Yeah.
enough to cover drinking for the night. Cool. So where do you guys head to?
Oh God!
You damn fools.
It was the East Gate, right?
No, it was the North.
North Gate. I go to the North Gate.
You
Yeah.
head to the north gate,
We head to the place that we were told to go to.
That's
which was
The
No.
North Gate.
Well, that's all I got told because Caven decided to skip it.
I go to the
that's
Northeast Gate.
information I know.
Cool. So you head up to the north gate of the nice area, and let's see here. Yeah, pretty quickly a guard comes over to you and asks your names.
Champion first.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He recognizes the champion
Okay.
and motions to the 2 of you. We were told to bring you to the castle. Is this your friend for the? Is this your friend?
Yes.
Pointing to Orn. Excellent. Follow us. And he leads you out to the main bridge over to the castle. You see beautiful crystal clear water. The entire castle, as well as the high class, upper class section of the city, is covered by a wall. The wall actually extends into the water to the back of the castle, kind of creating a big, a big defensible position. And they lead you into the front gate. It is all very lushly decorated, tapestries, nice carpets. They lead you kind of directly into a great hall where there's quite the feast being prepared. Any and all of the nobles you've seen are already there, and an attendant quickly ushers you over to the king.
Okay, I guess we head towards the king then.
Cool. So the king looks over at you guys, and Lord Redwyn, who you should recognize as your your judge and jury at one time, says, Prince Orin Barton, good to see you again, and he holds out his hand to you.
I shake his hand. Wait, this is Lord Redwyn, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I shake his hand and say it's nice to see you too, my lord.
My king, may I present Prince Orin Barton of Gryffindale.
I'd give a bow, respectful bow.
Prince Barton, Lord Redwyn tells me you ran into a little spot of trouble in one of our port cities.
Yes, a great misunderstanding, one could say.
Yeah, you can see he's got a shit-ass grin on his face. Like, well, one must expect this when dealing with orcs. I'm glad that nothing tragic happened after the trial.
I'm going to severely bite my tongue and say yes. It was most fortunate.
And your friend here, Mr. Caben, quite the archer to have in your entourage.
Thank you,
Yes,
my lord.
he is most skilled.
Well, would you please join me right here for dinner? I would love to hear the tale of how you came to journey to our wonderful kingdom so far from your own.
Very well, my lord. And I turn to Caven.
I'm following. At this point, since I'm kind of out of my element with all these royalty people, I'm just kind of like following Orin.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him because I know it's probably not his most comfortable setting.
I'm
so-
following his lead. I'm not talking unless spoken to.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you guys get seated fairly close up to the king, who's at the head of the table. Lord Redwyn is right beside Orin. He looks quite happy. Like, he's just introduced 2 people of royalty. This is probably a big deal for him. And, the king sits down and says, "So, Prince Orin, tell me the tales of your travels."
I'd begin by telling him about, I heard rumors from home that neighboring nations, there was unrest and trouble brewing and weird things going on, like attacks and raids by monsters, and I decided to personally come and see if these rumors were true, and my journey has been long, but it took me to Taurus, where there was trouble with goblins, and then more trouble with goblins and Platinus, and then with the Grey Elves, I guess.
Okay, so you regale him with the tale of basically everything you've done up to this point.
Yeah, basically 8 months of BS.
Nice. Well, he
You
listens.
tell the truth the whole time?
Of
Not
what,
that-
that
not
I was
that I
helping
really know,
people
I'm
for
just
the last
curious.
8 months. Yeah, I'd tell him the truth about... Oh, I'd probably omit certain things out here and there, like how you thingy Arthur's memories or whatever the hell that was.
Did I miss anything?
But you know, like,
you don't know what I did.
Sage Silvish.
You do mention Silvish.
Oh.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, we tell him about Silvish. Well,
Yes, their
they would know us
representatives
'cause-
have joined us.
Tell him about Maggie the Thief.
That's not really a important thing, so probably not. Like, the main things about like the actual monsters and everything, not
Okay,
thieves, I guess.
gotcha. Very impressive. Interesting that you would travel so far to encounter these issues. May I ask the purpose of your journey? Was it simply that you heard there was unrest here? Surely there are other areas you could have gone.
I suppose there are other areas I could have gone. I guess I want to see the world, and I guess you could call me ambition, but a little bit ambitious. But if possible, I'd prefer to change this world. Too much death, too much destruction in this world, with monsters causing it. You know, I believe even as this day, these random occurrences are putting pressure on Blackness and Taurus, is it not?
Yes, we have, unfortunately, quite a few monsters that have cropped up, as well as those near to us that we have already known. I must admit, I'm a bit vexed by all of the issues that have been plaguing this land recently. I'm glad to hear there are people like you journeying about to help with such things. It's actually why I asked you here tonight. Lord Redwin told me a few tales of what you had done, and obviously you filled me in on others. I am concerned that the origin of these monsters is from the nation to our west. However, I can't start a war over rumors and lack of trust. I'm hoping that you could help me out with this. I would like someone impartial to our conflict to investigate matters, to find out why these orcs are attacking people, where these goblins and kobolds are coming from. It would be of great service to me and the people of my country if you could do that.
You think Taurus is behind all this, my lord?
When I was 16, they started a war to try and conquer my lands. I am always suspicious of them, no matter war or peace, conflict or happiness. And that's why I feel that, again, having an impartial investigator would help me keep a clear mind.
I can understand that. It's just I believe Taurus themselves are having the same problems. It would be weird to think that they would like hurt your country and hurt themselves at the same time.
Attacks have been much fewer on their side than ours, especially in recent weeks, from the intelligence I've been getting. The few the few raids that they've suffered could be just that, something to throw us off, something to keep blame from being cast on them. But again, these are my suspicions. I have no proof.
I'm gonna like turn to Caven and say, I don't mind helping, but it's not just our decisions alone to make.
Ah, you have more loyal retainers with you?
Indeed, sire.
We have a
I
small
have
party.
two of the most skillful party members I could ever wish to have. One is
Emmer's
great.
ears are ringing.
One is great with a crossbow. He also participated in the tournament. Yes, earlier today, I should say. And the other is great with powers of the divine.
And also participated.
Yeah,
He forgets
he
that part.
also participated.
Ah, excellent. I learned early on in the war that the powers of magic can be quite useful on the battlefield. Well, it sounds then as though you are willing to help me out, to help investigate these matters.
Yes, but I would have to leave any final decisions to after I have conversed with them, my lord.
Are you not their commander? You are the Prince of Gryffindor, are you not?
I am Prince of Gryffindor, yes, but I am not their commander. We are all equal, my lord, in our party. I would not risk their lives if they did not wish to come along.
So they did not travel this whole distance with you?
They did, but we had a mission that coincided. We had plans. It would be them to, like I said, it's for them to decide. I cannot decide for them.
Ah, I see. So, that's right. You, sir, Caben, you were from Ellereth, not Gryffindor. Is that correct?
Indeed, my lord.
Ah, so these are friends you've met on your way here, not those that came with you from your kingdom.
No, we met in Rabesh, my lord. I had been traveling by myself for quite a bit.
Ah, I see. In that case, I would recommend continuing to go incognito as you have. The streets can be very dangerous this time. Would be best if... It may be safest if others didn't know your identity.
Of course, my lord.
In that case, I will have my scribe draw up papers for you, confirming your identity and the fact that you're helping me out with these matters. They should be able to prevent any misunderstandings as you had before.
So, was he still on the assumption that we're helping him despite the fact that I haven't talked to the other two yet? Is where I'm getting with this?
Yeah, you've told him, he gets it.
Yeah. I'd say thank you, my lord, I guess.
Thanks,
Would it be possible to meet... thank you, my lord, I don't actually say I guess.
Yeah, no, I was just
would it be possible to meet with you tomorrow with my entire retinue to discuss these matters?
What further needs to be discussed?
Well, I risk myself, my lord, but as I said before, I will not risk my men unless they are willing.
Oh
And
yes,
two
of
them
course,
are
of course. I'll send one of the royal guards with you. After you've spoken with them, you can let me know your decision.
I nod.
Excellent. A toast then to hopefully our working together.
Toast, my lord, to Henry the Bold.
Nice. I don't say that, but...
Nice, so you guys toast and chit-chat. Is there anything else you want to ask him? Anything you want to discuss while you're there?
I work up the courage to ask about the arrows.
The arrow. Oh, yes. They are moderately enchanted arrows. They should hit more accurately and with more power than normal arrows.
Thank you.
I would-
These will come in great use.
Yeah, and that's kind of well-known slang for their +2 arrows.
+2/+2?
Yep.
Man.
Well-known slang for +2.
I would actually ask him about the occurrence with the mines to the west. So I heard of rumors of unrest there.
Ah, yes. That might be a good place to start. We had had some orc raids on the mines to the west,
Oh.
well, kind of when all of this trouble started, but recently there have been less orcs and goblins sighted in the area, but there have been kobolds as well. They haven't been so bold as to raid mines full of gnomes and dwarves who would surely defend themselves well.
So the mines are fine for now, my lord?
That remains to be seen. Like I said, a lot of movement of creatures, none too friendly to ourselves.
Have you noticed any of these factions working together?
I haven't been reported, nothing's been reported as such that I've heard. Do you have any information on them? You seem to have been fighting them for some time.
Well, now that you mention it, actually, I remember as we were traveling to, I think it was Highport. I'd have to check the map. I'd actually have to check the map for this. We encountered what seemed to be an attack during the night, not against us, but off in the distance. I actually went to check to see what it was, and it was actually goblins fighting with kobolds.
Well, the barbaric races, I'm sure, have their own scruples between each other. It would be useful to know the nature of their conflict. If we can turn them against each other, it would make a job much easier for us if they ever chose to make even more trouble than they are now.
We
It
also
could be something worth.
we also uncovered a some kind of note of sorts from was it the Goblin Cave?
Actually, yeah. Who had the note loss? Was it me?
I have
Amaranth.
the Oh no, I think I have it. I thought
Oh, do you? Okay.
because I learned Goblin and looked it over.
Oh, right. I think you did take the
There you go.
original.
Problem solved.
Yeah. We actually also, we found a note, actually. It was written by, is it orcs or goblins, Caven? Do you remember?
Goblins.
It was written in Goblin, and it was detailing. It seemed to be detailing movements of other goblins. We
I
couldn't
see.
make much sense of it, but maybe perhaps you or your intelligence could.
Yes, I'll send one of my scribes with you as well. He can take down a copy of the note if you would be so kind.
Of course. And
Excellent.
It's really all the questions I got for him. You got anything else, Caven?
I guess I also inquire like the timeline of like when it started happening. Like, is it more like really recent, or is the attacks been going on for a month or two?
He lets you know, and it basically translates into about 3 months before you all arrived.
Okay.
And that's kind of how all of you heard. You were each traveling yourselves, and you kind of heard about this as it was beginning, so. So 4.5, 5 months ago, whatever it is now.
Okay.
I think that sounds about right.
Well, that's all.
Cool.
That's all I would have asked, I guess. Just enjoying the food.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys make small. Well, Orin probably makes small talk. Caven probably doesn't say much, and you enjoy the food, which is delicious because it's made for a king. Orin, you haven't had this kind of cooking in quite some time.
Yeah,
And-
so I'll relish every single bite of it, knowing I won't have it for probably a fair while.
Excellent. Cool. So dinner ends, and a guard and a scribe escort you back to your inn. And let's actually switch over before all that happens. Durian, Amareth, what are the two of you up to?
I am having drinks with my lovely friend here.
You are. So Rabastin, of course, is kind of flirting with you in his own somewhat awkward way. You did
Amaranth,
very
is
well in the
he-
archery contest. I was quite impressed.
Is he talking your ear off, Amaranth? Is that what I want to know?
Are you
Okay.
actually saying this to me? in
No,
character?
no, I was. Allison, is he talking your ear off?
He always is. When is he not?
He does ask you quite a few questions though. So how's the adventure been going so far? What do you plan to do next?
I actually don't really know where we're going next. We haven't figured that out ourselves, I don't think.
Oh, really? You could volunteer with the temples. I'm on a journey as well. Would you like to come with?
Well, I mean, I have my main group that I stay with. I mean, perhaps you can travel with us for a little bit, but I think it might be too dangerous for you in the long run.
Durian violently vomits.
Durian had quite a few drinks. You,
I just burp. You know, a little. You know.
You
it was
get
wet
a-
burp.
Isn't that charisma there?
It was a
you
wet
get a
burp.
little on Nephani's shoe. Yeah.
I throw up in my mouth a little bit, but I disguise it with a swig of beer.
Well, they're at a separate table, by the way.
You're just watching it from
I
afar,
don't know
like,
why
oh,
it
I don't-
happened. It just happened.
Durian's
He's also has like a
"Oh,
little
Ooh,
bulge on Oren's head.
that's
like,
strange. That doesn't
flares
usually
up.
occur.
someone less charismatic than me was. Never mind. So.
Oh, God.
Carry on.
Okay. Well, he basically continues to hit on you all night.
Yeah. I'm going to very gently let him down, seeing as he's a fellow cleric, and I may need him later on.
You
For
may need to
something.
work your feminine wild. Okay.
Yeah.
So you yeah, you've got 12 charisma. It's fine. You turn the conversation to how dangerous the journey's going to be.
Yes.
Like, oh well, I'm not well, I'm trained in combat, but it's not really my forte, you know.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't do so well coming with us then.
Oh well, I mean I could fight. I don't want you to think I can't fight. I can certainly fight.
I don't think it's a good idea, friend. Just kind of pat him on the back in a very friends
Condescending
way.
way.
Oh.
Friends, man.
Oh, all right. Well,
There's no lingering
I understand.
on the
That's fine.
back?
There's no lingering, like I'm not patting his back.
Oh well, I'm journeying to heal the sick. I plan on going to blah, 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 and Durian, what are you up to?
Travis is like, fuck this, I can't talk like this any longer.
I feel so sorry for this guy as well. I feel
I
sorry for him.
I'm just, nothing special. Just chatting with the
Okay.
people, the remaining people or whatever.
Cool. Yeah, you're keeping everyone entertained as per your 10 gold contract.
Yes, that's in fact exactly right. I'm being very well behaved this evening, and
You're not wooing any ladies?
no, I'm not wooing anybody right now.
Any beautiful orcs or whatever?
No
Beautiful
performance?
orcs.
No performing?
He
no,
doesn't
I'm-
have to. Jameson's up there doing a
Yeah,
little
no.
singing and playing.
You remember there was that
Oh,
older
that's
bard
right.
once. I wouldn't poach his territory.
That's right.
Yeah, he's
We didn't
actually
wanna
putting
start
on.
kissing that.
Yeah, he's putting on a good performance, by the way.
Of course he is. He's a boss.
He's a boss.
He's a boss. All right, but
Cool.
that's it. Nothing special.
All right. In that case, Caben, Orin, you guys arrive back at the bar with a scribe and a royal guard in tow.
Okay, so I'd ask the two people who obviously look suspicious to wait here for a second.
I mean, do
Just-
we mark? Do I mark them coming in?
Well, we're at the bar. We haven't actually walked in the front door.
I think we would have asked them to stay outside. We'll tell them our answers shortly.
You asked the royal scribe to stay outside. That's actually probably a good idea. But anyway.
Yeah, well, the
No,
king
no
wants his
pro-
incognito, so...
No problem.
There's a guard there too, so I think they'll be okay.
No problem, Prince Orin, he says very quietly.
Yeah,
We
we
shall
should
await your
Caben.
answer.
give
Here,
him a
by the way.
human nod.
Human nod.
say?
I give a human
A
nod.
human nod?
So,
And I
so
go
like the elf
inside.
mod is kind of just like,
The human nod is
human nod's
minus
just like-
10% effective.
oh.
Oh, he's human, so he picks it up much
Yeah.
better than...
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Anyway,
In the meantime, sir, I'll create those notes the king wished. Actually, no, he hands them to you. He would have made those at the castle.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, Orin, he hands you
I-
a few, like, stamped and notarized and authenticated and yada yada scrolls,
Yeah.
basically saying who you are and that you're working for the king.
So I guess I'd go inside and I'd try to find Amrith and Durian, I guess. So probably could end up with, knowing them two, they're probably off drinking two separate sides of the bar.
It won't be hard to find me. I'm getting my air talked off.
You spot them easily. Go ahead.
Lost. So I'd find them and like sort of point like to outside for a second, type thing. Unless I actually get like close to them, then I'd tell them what's going on. Maybe
Orin,
they'd go outside
fancy
for a bit.
seeing you back here.
Yeah, I'm going to see Arn and kind of, excuse myself from Ravashin and walk over to him and see
Yeah,
what's
cool.
the deal.
Oh, how'd it go with your
Uh,
fine lady friend? And I give a wink to Arthur.
so I'm
Arthur
just gonna,
snorts
like,
in his drink slightly.
So I'm going to whisper him, come outside for a second. We need to talk at the party.
Come outside.
I will
Yes.
very
Okay.
quickly follow him.
Wait. Okay.
Well, only be a second.
Amrith goes out ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm out. Let's go.
And if Durian doesn't actually come, I will actually pick him up. Two
No,
inches
I'm walking
off
with
the
you.
Come
ground.
here, friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all going outside.
What's outside, Orin? I follow.
It's a surprise, Durian.
Yeah, so I guess we go outside and then we inform them of what's going on.
Cool. You fill them in.
So you corner me with a royal guard and some sort of dusty scribe and say, "So we're helping the king." Is that the way this is
No,
going to go?
no.
I'm just trying to make sure.
They're off on
No,
another
no.
outside corner. We're off to ourselves.
Go hide around that
Oh.
corner, scribe.
Actually, I guess I'd ask for the note because the scribe actually wants to make a copy of it, so you can do that meanwhile while we talk. So,
Oh.
Okay.
can I have the note, please?
Durian would have had it.
So we're going to do what exactly here? What are we doing?
I
Helping
guess he
the
wants
king?
us. The king wants us to help him try to prevent all-out war between two nations.
He wants us to investigate all these monsters' business. Why they're attacking, why they're moving around.
And it's a king that's asking, so you can defer.
Everything changed once the Fire Nation attacked.
Yes, that's a very nice.
10,
time.
Allison, 10 points. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
One day,
Oh.
Avatar: The Last
Oh.
Period. Wakes up.
I've even
100
watched
years have
it.
passed. Yeah, I've watched
Okay.
Last Airbender, the series, the
Oh.
animated series.
Can we like disown our DM or no?
Beautiful series.
Hey.
I don't. I checked.
You're not
I know who Eska and Desna are, and their laughs are hilarious. All right, I
All
haven't
right,
gotten into
that's
the
fair.
series. I haven't gotten into the
Korra
series.
was okay. Pretty good.
I haven't seen it. I need to. But anyways, back on topic. All right. So we're helping this king here because there's going to be a war between who and who.
Oh, we haven't agreed. He's asked for our help. I decided to leave the final decision to you guys.
Well, that's
God.
pretty nice of you,
Which
I guess.
might I add, Orin? Thank you for that.
Yeah, not deciding
Yeah.
things without our
I
input.
said I was going to wait for you guys. I kept my word.
Appreciate it.
That's mighty nice of you. So we have the choice of helping the king or two nations going to war. So
Wait a minute.
I don't.
Wait.
Okay,
Can
I don't
you-
think it
can
was
you-
that grave. I don't think
During
the king was
Unforeseeable.
thinking
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Taurus might be behind
So
this. I don't
remind
think they're
me-
going to war if we don't do anything.
So
That
remind
might be
me.
a bit of a jump there.
Remind me.
Durian wants you to
Travis-
remind him of something.
Travis, remind me who's. It's just us four right now.
Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
the scribe and the guard aren't there.
Okay, so I say. Wait, what did the king ask? Tell me exactly what he said.
Okay, so he wants to hire us basically to be an independent investigator to find out everything that's going on with these recent monster attacks and the conflict that's sort of happening because of these attacks between Taurus and Platinus, and see if Taurus is actually behind it, basically. Because if Taurus is behind it, then
Now,
you can probably guess this is going to
Did he
turn
have
into
intelligence? Did he have? Wait, first of all, hired by a king? This is sounding interesting now.
Yes.
Which it might
And you can
increase
be
your
sure that
chances to come into the royal, what's the word? Courtroom if you agree to this, Jurian.
Yeah, so you could probably gain court with the king if you do this.
I don't care about the court. I care about money. How much is he offering?
I was about to say that's all he cares about.
Well, I was gonna say, it's a king. You can probably
You and
tell
me.
by the fact that he gave Caven 500 gold and magical arrows. You can
So
probably
I'm
guess the reward would
sorry. I'm
be good.
sorry. I heard some blah blah blah. And how much did he offer us?
He didn't offer an amount. I assume you'd get
We haven't
a reward
haven't agreed
fitting
yet.
of the task.
Okay. Okay.
Well, can
So-
we ask what the reward will be before we start?
He's a
I mean, if
king.
We need to talk about
and
this anyway.
we're
I'm-
going to be doing something for him. I answer to my god. I don't really answer to this king of a
And
kingdom
I-
that I'm not from.
And I answer to myself unless it pays really well. Right? So, okay, so he believes that it's... you know what? This is actually hard, guys, because I have all these questions written down, but I don't know how much I'm trying to figure out how much you've told me about the whole conversation.
He told you
That's-
everything that happened.
Yeah. So
Okay,
basically,
so I ask,
Also what they
I
ate.
ask,
Orin-
I say to Orin, did you get the sense that he had hard evidence that Taurus is behind this? Because we've been hearing nothing. Heck, we just heard the other day from, I mentioned the bard's name that I just blanked on, that I have written down.
Jameson.
Jameson has been talking about Taurus and, telling stories of Taurus and Platinus nipping at each other's heels for half a century or more. I mean, is this just more of an excuse to go to war, or is this hard evidence that Taurus is provoking something?
There wasn't talk of going to war. I think that was like the biggest, most worst possible thing that could come out of this. What Warren was saying, the king wants us to investigate these beasts moving and attacking his kingdom, and he's obviously, since he grew up in a war-torn from Taurus world, he's a bit apprehensive that Taurus could somehow be behind this because there's less reported attacks on their soil.
Just one more comment then, because it's not a lot of evidence, but most of our evidence has not pointed towards Taurus.
Agreed.
It's pointed elsewhere. So investigating, are we going to investigate what the king wants us to, or are we going to take matters into our own hands?
We'll investigate what we see fit, friend.
Okay.
We're independent. We have to investigate what we deem as relevant.
Did he mention? Well, Amrith, I've
Yes.
asked my questions. This is odd. I wish I had been there so I could have perhaps probed a bit further. But
Seeing what the reward would be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
dinner
against
was
it.
dinner was pretty meager here. I'm just letting you guys know.
So, common courtesy dictates you don't ask a king how much are we going to get.
Don't you tell
One
me about
knows
common
that you would
courtesy, sir.
receive. I saw a snot. It's like one. Oh god, I only start again. A king would give a befitting reward for the task that is done. If we had saved his kingdom, you can obviously say the reward would be great.
And if there's no kingdom to be saved, or he doesn't like the message we're bringing back, that it's not Taurus.
If it's not Taurus,
I don't
then
think
he
he-
should be happy.
Yeah. I don't think he's like paying us to uncover some or make some evidence to say it's Taurus. He's not looking for an excuse to go to war. I don't think.
He wants hard facts of what exactly is going on.
Yep. Well, I would be loath to turn down the possible debt of a king. So,
Indeed.
but I guess one other thing. Did he mention at all the rumors that have been flying about the undead? I mean, if anything, we've heard less about orcs and goblins and kobolds and more about this, consult notes.
Well,
Enric.
That's what I was wondering about. He
The
didn't.
undead,
He didn't.
the undead thing is like recent, wasn't it? He's talking
Well,
about incidents
we've
that's
been-
occurred for at least 5 months.
We've been hearing rumors on our way in, and believe me, if we've heard rumors, the king's heard rumors, or at least I would think so.
You would hope.
Travis, when the king was talking about beasts and stuff, did he ever mention the undead?
He did not.
Okay.
He's more like, he started like saying stuff about what's occurred like before. Been a lot of orcs and goblins. The undead, to my knowledge, is a recent thing. Like really recent, like within what 2 weeks or something, Travis.
What do you
The
remember?
city, so I mean,
I'm
we ran
trying
into
to
the
remember,
undead. It's been a week. Rumor can fly across a country, and I say this as Durian. I say rumor can fly across a country in a week or less. It's once something, especially something compelling, picks up, it can spread very far. So I would be surprised with so many people in this city and so many minds bent towards the undead that I've been able to pick up in various places that the king would not have. Nothing had reached his ears, or maybe it hasn't, but we have to wonder why. These are not questions that prevent this task, but it makes me wary of dealing with this king.
Oh,
So
I
it
was
sounds like we
saying-
just need more information.
No, I think
coming down
we
to?
I think we can pursue this just with our. I mean, if you're in agreement, Amrith, I've been doing the talking, but I think
Maybe
we can
these things are connected.
I have no issue with doing it. I mean, part of my life is to help other people, and if a king needs help, I will help. I suppose.
I think
But I do enjoy a nice reward as well.
I think this is an odd derailment from our earlier today our plans to head north. So
well, we can still head somewhat north. We just have to stay within flatness.
I was even wondering about that. I mean, Venric got away, but we're gonna head north to look at these rings.
yeah, well, we were going to investigate that. We also were going to investigate signs and signals of perhaps Venric's flight, where he may have set up and where his compatriots set up.
Hmm.
As much as I would love to get back at that little Fink, he's probably gone into hiding. And until he actually reveals himself, we could search as much as we want, and we'd probably find no trace of him.
You can only hide so much when you're a man riding a skeleton unicorn, so, I mean...
He wasn't riding the skeleton unicorn.
No, he was riding a
He was
horse.
riding
Oh,
a
that's
horse.
right, he got a horse, that's right.
I tried to ride
That
the
is-
skeleton unicorn. I didn't.
He's got a skeleton unicorn chasing after him. I mean, it's not
I would assume
riding
after a
it
safe
out,
distance,
it's a
he
freaking
would
skeleton.
desummon it to, like, not be suspicious on travel. I don't think he'd go riding around completely with an undead unicorn that would just stand out, and we'd find him instantly.
Well,
He
let's
seems too smart than that.
let's go around towns and investigate this. Maybe we can hit up some temples and priests in each town and ask about the seen an
Yeah.
elf with green eyes, because he
or other suspicious activity
stands
that would
out
lead to other clerics.
pretty well.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't, with all the wanted posters, I highly doubt he's in town.
Not
No, I
here.
mean-
I'm saying in the future.
Elsewhere.
I agree. No.
That's
I think we should. I think the possible. Well, the way I see it, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. A king's debt weighs pretty heavily for me, so I'm on board, but it seems fishy to me. Or I don't think we've heard the full story. So,
Well, we'll see what becomes of it, I
Maybe he'll
suppose.
tell us the full story if we agree.
We can always ask.
I chuckle at Caben and I say, if a king hasn't told you the full story, then you're not going to hear the full story until matters change. They're crafty politicians,
And he's a human.
especially one who's especially one who's been at it since birth. Isn't that right, Oren?
So I chuckle because I know for a fact my oldest brother is actually the very skilled politician. And I
The
say,
crafty.
yes, politicians can be very crafty.
I will add and say, and he is human.
Chuckle
Well,
once again. 'cause it's
nobody's
the same
perfect.
thing.
Anyway. So, well, this is a good discussion. Shall we get back in the bar?
Oh,
I am
so
okay with that. I'm good to go.
So I am fine to tell the guard that we accept, because he's the one that gives the message to the king.
We're going to go see the king tomorrow, are we not?
No, we're going to send a message of the
Oh.
reason why he came. I point to the palace guard.
Yeah. Oh, Durian, he wanted to copy the goblin note we found earlier too. Do you still
Wait,
have
what?
that?
And I look over, and I guess the guard comes around the corner now and like waves, and I'm like,
No, you saw the guard as you went out. You kind of said, someone said to him, we're going to discuss in private, blah blah blah. You saw the guys.
There we go.
well, fair enough. Send word. We'll help him out. I wish it'd be nice if we'd gotten a. Well, I would have liked some chance for some FaceTime with the king, but I guess we'll just be his
When we go back to report-
your invisible retainers.
If we go back to report to the king, you can have my spot, Durian. I was very uncomfortable.
King was like,
Very
"Do
uncomfortable.
not
It
want
was
to
like
walk
very
into
there,
the woods."
Ew, I was uncomfortable.
The food was good.
Yeah.
but-
I'd actually pat Katie on the back and say I think you did pretty okay for your first time. You know,
Well-
it can be intimidating
Thanks,
dealing
son.
with royalty and stuff.
Hey, it's not
So-
my first time with
I'm
royalty.
just saying,
it's just
yeah.
elves have a bit more better thing to put you at ease than these human kingdoms. No offense.
Well, I walk over and I say, well then, let's get them their note, I suppose, and get it copied. So I walk over to the scribe and the guard and give a bow and say, Master Scribe, I hear tell you have some copying that I can assist you with.
Ah, yes, that would be most excellent.
Would you like to come up to my room and have some light and a table perhaps to write on?
Ah, yes, that
Is
would
the
be much
scribe
appreciated.
female?
Thank you. No.
Oh.
No, it's a dude, but I'm just...
Actually,
Hey.
let's roll for that. Let's be fair.
Oh, I would have
We're
done
gonna
something.
Oh, dear God.
Female.
But they've already agreed to come up to my room.
Yep.
They've already
roll,
agreed.
Roll for hotness.
Oh, shit.
Average.
What is she though? Is she human?
Yes, human.
I would
You
assume
never
so.
know if they would have hired
I
someone
would-
else.
Oh, God.
I invite her up and offer her my quill.
It's a half gnome, half dwarf scribe.
And perhaps some specialized ink to go with it.
Yeah. So, cool, she copies down the note. Thank you, sir.
Can't keep a straight face.
Up in my room, correct?
Yes, she's copying the note in your room.
Yes, we
Dun,
know.
dun,
I
dun,
ask
dun.
her,
Already
I ask her, do you have someone who's a fair hand at Goblin translation? Because I happen to speak the language.
Ah, yes, actually, I've already translated it myself.
You speak Goblin too? A scholar then? A lifelong scholar then?
You could say that, though I'm not sure I'd consider Goblin language to be all that astute.
Perhaps useful in these times, if not of the highest form. And I switch to Elven and I say, do you speak in my native tongue as well?
And she replies in Elven, yes, quite fluently, I believe.
Well, I would imagine this is still an Elven. I would imagine that. I mean, you know how this is gonna go, Travis. I'm gonna hit on her for a little while, all right?
Okay.
He's working his game.
You hit on her for a little while.
While she's
and-
like copying and translating, because that would take probably half an hour or so.
Yeah, she's creating both a copy of the original Goblin and then her own translation as well. And you speak what? 4 languages?
man.
Yeah, Dwarven as well. So cool. You have a 4-language discussion. She's quite impressed by your linguistic skills.
And I'm actually quite impressed by her too. So. No, really, I'm not even on her fully. I'm actually surprised that has an intellect like mine.
Yeah. That she does. She tries a couple other languages that you don't recognize, but she's still quite impressed.
I'm gracious, and I say, my lady, I'm unaware of those. Your knowledge in linguistics surpasses even my own.
Ah, well, not many people know Draconic. It's a language of the dragons. It actually is the language kobolds use. You might find that useful in your travels.
Interesting. I shall take it under advisement, and I ask her for some, a primer or some sort of guide, recommend, Solomon the Younger or something, his writings, I ask for that kind of recommendation.
Yeah, she lets you know kind of the books in the library that would deal with language, or at least the section tells you
On
the
Kobold, yeah.
Yeah, the caretakers there would be better able to direct you.
Well, thank you. And I've kept you long enough, so, my
Well,
lady,
It was a pleasure to meet you. I don't think I got your name, sir.
terribly rude of me. Business came first, and I let it slip my mind. I am Durian, my lady.
Marie, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
It is the king's business. Priorities, of course.
Marie, allow me. You have an escort back this evening, I trust.
Yes, I'm going back with the guard.
Okay, well,
But thank
pleasure
you for the
meeting you,
offer.
Marie.
A pleasure to meet you as well, sir. She heads out.
That was wonderful.
Alright.
A slight rosiness to her cheeks as she leaves.
Did you get her
So, is it
number?
possible to talk
Marie, scribe of the king. That's better than a number.
So the guard's still downstairs, right? Outside?
Yeah, he's waiting. But I assume
sorry.
while this was happening, you were giving him the answer.
Yeah, I was trying to tell him something as well. Or ask a request, basically.
What do you have? Hit
So-
him with it.
Yeah, so I'd like to ask him like if we could get a map with a list of detailed incidents that have occurred with like the goblins, the kobolds, and orc buttoners, like more specific areas that might help us in our investigation.
I'm not sure if the king has a map like that. A lot of orc stuff around the mountains. Goblins have been sighted a lot along the south coast. Kobolds kind of all over. Sort of. I don't know. It's strange because we didn't think there was a big kobold population around here. We'd always known goblins and orcs were up in the mountains, but they never really troubled us much before now.
That'd be great. If not, then do not worry about it.
Yeah, so he kind of describes the areas where he doesn't have like a map or whatever. Cool. Anything else?
Actually, I would. He's basically a palace guard. He might know. I ask him, like, what rumors do you have of the undead? Actually,
Undead? Haven't heard much about them. No, there were a couple of sightings north of town, but it seemed like most everyone got away without any losses, at least from what we've heard.
do you know like how long ago these rumors occurred?
Fairly
Same
recent.
time frame, or
No, last couple of weeks. Sightings have been somewhat sparse, so we haven't taken much heed to it, or I should say the king doesn't seem to think it too important. Like I said, the number of injuries or reported losses were very minimal. About the same as bandits along the road, really.
okay. Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
And I guess we just do a small chit chat until the scribe returns. I guess.
Cool. Scribe returns, her and the guard head off unless anyone else asks them something.
Nope.
Very good, and I think that's a perfect time to take a quick break and
Oh yeah, time
refuel
for some
on
more beer.
refuel on water and beer.
I think so.
So we will be back in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be right back.